Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Discipline Therapy podcast with your two hosts. With me always, Mr. EL Discipline and Suhey Sotomayor. Oh, also a reminder: we're on all major listening platforms: Spreaker, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Podcast, Podchaser, and many, many more.
Deezer, you say?
I think I said these are.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Discipline Therapy Thursdays. You know what that means. We know you're fiends. And we have your dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's free. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or roll a blunt, but the main thing is make sure the children are in bed. Why? Why are you looking at me? Why? Because you have that soul food and vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned into the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here. You're like, how does he see me at the corner of his eye?
I looked at you because you were just very like nonchalant, like.
Well, I'm fixing my bracelet.
Oh
Got
well,
my throat chakra, tiger's eye.
very
Mhm.
nice. You know, we've incorporated some new things before we
Mhm.
start the show. The tuning fork.
Dope.
I love this thing.
All right. It's gonna be a great show
Oh
today.
yes, today's topic. You guys are in
BD
for a treat.
Yeah, BDSM is always
That's always a
intrigue.
fun topic, man.
Well, it's a fun topic for me. Um
It's an intriguing topic for me.
and for people out there, it's a taboo slash intriguing topic
Oh yes.
because it's so taboo.
Mhm.
It's almost like anytime you watch a show and people are talking about sex, people are locked in.
Oh yeah.
They're locked in more than anything else. They're not talking about music, they're not talking about sports, they're not talking about celebrity guest gossip or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When they're like sex, it's like people are locked in because this is how we're created. So it's
Mm-hmm.
always intriguing to know there's a different style. How
Yep.
can I spice up my marriage? How can I spice it up in the bedroom with my partner? There's always those things. So what we've what we've witnessed BDSM as the stuff in the past, books,
Movies.
50 Shades or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They think that's what BDSM is, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they have a little bit of an idea.
Yeah.
People have um like Google, you know what I'm saying, is the biggest search engine in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They have Google, they have smartphones now. So they like something that I say while they're watching this show, they could pause, they could go to Google, and if they put in BDSM or whatever, it will give them what the acronym means and a little bit of a education,
Mm-hmm.
and they might see some graphic images. So they might think they know, they might have an idea. So when you have a show about it, now it's even more intriguing.
Right.
Especially if they're gonna explain it to a T.
Yes. I think we've got them right at the edge of our seats because I haven't even introduced the topic yet. But you know that it has something to do with sex. It's episode 43, Aftercare, BDSM 105.
Well, it doesn't
I'm
have to do
excited
with
about
sex.
it. I mean, it has to do with the after the sex.
Mm.
This is why I'm intrigued. We needs to get
Okay,
into this.
so this is like my episode.
Oh yeah,
This is
this is
my
like your realm,
yeah.
100%.
So
So
I love to delve into you know
yeah, well,
my world,
I think you were like a teacher or something in a previous life because you're constantly
spiritual
wanting to
guru.
teach
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
things that they don't know or
definitely,
don't understand. So
definitely in the next life. I mean,
a past life, yeah.
past life, definitely.
So BDSM aftercare. What exactly is aftercare?
Well, it's in the name, self-explanatory. So it's care after.
Okay.
Whether that's physical intense activity, psychological intense activity, um emotional intense activity. For example, the emotional and the psychological could have been
I'm happy you started with
he
those.
raised his voice at her, you know, oh, da 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 da, you're gonna do this now or whatever. Or they got into a little argument. After that, they discuss it.
Mm.
Oh, do you know why this is? Do you know why you're getting punished? Do you know why I raised my voice? Like I'm not gonna talk over you or whatever it is. They
Mhm.
explain it. I'm just throwing hypotheticals. But that's the part of aftercare. We're gonna get into
Two different kinds?
three different kinds.
Okay.
Where
So it's
so
it's
so first of all, because I always like to do that, just like an author, because I always like to do the intro. I like to do the body. I like to do the plot. I like to do the conclusion. So I
okay.
always like to do that to
Mhm.
get real people in. But I just love educating. So I just instead of us just jumping right into it, I like to give them the education. I touched base on it briefly with BDSM 104 in
Mhm.
season 3. When we had that submissive caller.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we touched base on it briefly,
Yeah.
but we're gonna get into it a lot more.
Okay, good.
So there's emotional aftercare, there's physical aftercare, and then there's psychological aftercare. So this is, and I want to make sure I want to be clear that this is BDSM aftercare,
Mm.
not like hospital. Oh, get them into aftercare
Got you.
because
That's like a step down, right?
yeah. So this is specifically BDSM.
Okay.
So um So the types are emotional, psychological, physical. So why engage in BDSM aftercare? Well, it's simple because during like whatever activity it is, physical activity, a sexual encounter, whatever it is, the endorphins kick in. That's one. The love drug and oxytocin to make you feel good, dopamine, the
Okay.
mood changer, serotonin. All these chemicals are engaged, they're released from our brains.
Mhm.
Um, so once the endorphins kick in, right? The endorphins help with pain, like it's a painkiller.
Mhm.
It is like what people use Tylenol for, whatever, or almonds, better yet, for headaches. If you didn't know
Okay,
that,
yes.
almonds are
Mhm.
good for headaches.
Mhm.
It's a pain reliever. That's why when you're pulling her hair during penetration and the endorphins are kicked in, when you're spanking her ass, when you're choking her, it doesn't hurt.
Mm.
It actually makes you feel
Pleasurable.
good. Yes,
Mhm.
it's just like when you work out.
Mhm.
Because the endorphins are kicking in. The endorphins are blocking those.
Mhm.
So it's not painful anymore. It's pleasurable.
Right. It's tricking you. It's
Yeah.
turning it. It's
And then
changing
the
it.
endorphins the oxytocin gets you addicted to it. That's why a woman might say now she had a couple of guys in the past that fucked her rough.
Mhm.
Now she likes it rough.
Ah,
It's an
okay.
addiction.
Mhm.
So I always like to get step
But
by step.
it's not just when it's rough though, is it?
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying
In that specific
they're getting addicted to something that they're constantly getting used to.
got
It's
you.
embedded in their DNA, subconscious. Now they like this.
Okay.
And that has to do with also the endorphins and the oxytocin. This is
Okay.
also helping them become addicted to whatever that is.
Okay.
Because some women that live this lifestyle, they have a little bit of masochistic tendencies, submissives, whereas they need you to spank them sometimes. They might got off their period and they get into like the brat wants to come out. So if you
Mm.
spank them, it becomes therapeutic now. She could be having a stressful day and she needs a spanking because
Interesting.
that's therapeutic.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This could be a mentality of a masochist. You know what I'm saying? She may not be as submissive. She may be domestically. I know I could cook, clean for my man,
Mhm.
cater, but I'm really a masochist. So I really submit to the pain. I'm not really submissive. If I'm not getting this, I become selfish, I become bratty, I become whatever.
Mm.
There's a
Mhm.
difference.
Mhm.
So why engage in it? Because I mentioned those things. Now, after an intense activity, me I'm skilled at Florentine flogging. Now I demonstrated in
I think
season
season 1.
2,
Oh, 2 was it?
season 2 BDSM 102 when I brought my toys.
Was that the premiere?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey!
So
I remember.
so I demonstrated Florentine flogging to
Mhm.
floggers alternating. It could be spanking her with a paddle. It could be it could
Handcuffing
be
her?
no, it could be like nipple clamps,
Oh,
clit
every time you
clamps.
say that, I'm in pain.
It could be you know spanking her clit. Whatever it is that's intense. It could be mild, it could be severe, depending on her limits, right?
And I guess being in that environment, because you just saying it, I'm in pain. But I
Yeah.
guess being in that
It,
environment is a whole different way.
also um it could be like relentless ferocious thrusting,
Okay.
like penetration,
Mhm.
like rough sex. So all
Like
of these,
pounding.
yes, all of these things, clapping her cheeks, whatever, all of these things are intense. Now, after those endorphins, now
Mhm.
after the adrenaline drops,
Mhm.
the endorphins along there, the oxytocin, right?
They subside.
Her temperature is gonna drop.
Mm.
So she's gonna be in her most vulnerable state now. She might be going through subspace, and women go through subspace differently.
Mm.
They could be in substates where I could be like my voice can make a woman go into subspace. She could be Google Eye right now. She could be in La La Land. She's in subspace. Some women during sex, her body could be convulsing. Her legs are shaking.
Mm.
Her eyes are rolling in the back of her head. She's going into subspace. Okay. Also, subspace could be after the actual act.
Mm.
For
Okay.
example, I had a woman every time she came, she was a sub of mine. Every time she came, she not run away. I don't want to say run away, but she would go to like the corner of the bed and cuddle in a ball.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm a very observant person,
Mm-hmm.
and this separates me from other dominants.
Okay.
I'm observant, I'm attentive. And at that moment I realized without her saying it, she needed me.
Mm.
Gave her a blanket once. Once I cuddled her.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even take a second. She was already grabbing onto me
Aw.
tightly. So I knew that most women, when they come, they're in their most vulnerable state.
Mm.
A man comes, he's in his most vulnerable state. You know what I'm saying? We're naked, we're in our most vulnerable state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman could be so alpha and dominant, but it's like, I know your real face in the bedroom. Don't try to act brand new with me. I made you come.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you have to remind people sometimes. So to me, it's like they're in their most vulnerable state. So when a woman is in her most vulnerable state, she might need the daddy to come out of you in that moment.
Okay.
I have all these masculinities in me, and I know how to switch this on, off, and you know what I'm saying?
Right, and go from one to another.
Yeah, the sadist might come out just in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
The daddy comes out with cuddling. So, I realized that with her, she was in subspace. I had to bring her back to reality
Mm-hmm.
with that, and that helped. Also, so that is like the physical part.
Wait, but can I ask you a
The
question about that? Does that have anything to do with traumas or no? Like, can it?
Can it? Yeah,
It can. Okay.
yeah. She articulated to me that that's how she gets after she comes. That's how I know. That's why I'm able to articulate this.
Right. No, but she told you
But
this
she
beforehand
no
or
no 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 no
after?
after.
Ah,
Because I'm getting into the psychological part.
got you. Okay.
The psychological part of the aftercare is the communication. It's the affirmations. This is when I'm saying, why did you do that? Why did you just kind of run away from me?
Oh, okay, got you.
So, you know what I'm saying? While I'm cuddling her, I'm now learning
Asking,
by
yeah.
asking questions. You didn't like the scene? What happened? So now I'm getting education.
Mm.
So this is the communication part, the psychological. The emotional part is the affirmations. It could be good girl,
Mm.
It could be, I really love this scene. You were wet all over the place. That's a turn on, a turn on for me. She leaves a pedal. Like the wetter, the better. That's just me.
The wetter, the better.
So it's like a turn on for me. Where another man is just like, oh my God, you're squirting. Something wrong with you? I'm like, wow. Like I'm in like, those heart eye emojis?
Sorry, that's you.
You know those heart eye emojis?
That's just
me.
coming out of your eyes.
Yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying?
That's hysterical.
So I'll speak of stuff like that. Yo, would you talk about this scene? I'm not gonna ask her. I'm not gonna ask her, oh, did you like how I dominated? That's a rhetorical question.
Right.
I don't need to ask you, does it feel good? I know it does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm that confident. But I'm asking things that I don't know.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
To learn more. Why did you run away? Why did you do this? I love when your eyes roll back. I love when you got so tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about how the scene was and how she was. And then she's reciprocating. Because I'm creating this safe place for her.
Somewhere that she could be safe, exactly.
Yeah, so she could articulate.
So did she know why she did that? Like why she goes into, like she curls up in the fetal position? No,
she just told me. She just told me that she does it.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was asking her. Now, the physical aftercare is it's kind of like self-explanatory. It's the hugging, it's the stroking her hair, it's cuddling, it's rubbing her wounds or whatever if she has marks.
Okay.
Giving her like a blanket if she's cold, providing water, because we lose sweat. Like we're burning calories.
Right.
Also, when we sleep, we burn calories.
Well, it's exercise.
Yeah. So when we sleep, we lose calories, and when we have sex, we lose calories. So we sweat. So you need to replenish. Our body is predominantly water.
Yes.
So I like to give her water, fruits, something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Okay. To get her temperature back to normal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To get her back, to how it is. Like when I work out, I need a bottle of water with me. Because I can't, like I'll get dehydrated.
Let me ask you a question. Now, this is the woman in Subspace, which the way you described it kind of sounds like...
It's a euphoric state.
Okay. So is that different than, I know you mentioned Dom drop.
Yes, I'm getting into that. But Subspace is different. Because some women get Subspace in different aspects. That's what I was trying to explain.
Okay.
It might be physical, where her body's convulsing, her legs are convulsing, her eyes are rolling back her head. The girl, the woman that I had, and she was not even like older than me. She was like 20, 28. At the time I was 30, 32.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm 34 now, but it was like 30 when I was 32. Like she was like 28, but it's almost like that she went into that little girl mode again.
Okay.
Another woman I had, the Dominican, I'll talk about her, the one that season 3 premiere. Because I always like to use her because she wasn't submissive.
Got you. Okay.
And I said in a prior show that every woman has a little girl in her. When I would have sex with her, she would go in a corner and suck her thumb. This is an older woman. She was 38 when I got with her. I was 29.
Okay.
29 or 30.
Okay.
She is an older woman, and she was sucking her thumb. And that's the time where I saw her the most vulnerable, because she's never done that in front of me. And that's also a woman trusting you.
To show you, to allow you in her space.
Yes,
when she's vulnerable.
There's certain things that we won't do to our significant other because we think that they're gonna feel like
what?
They're weird or something.
Like what?
Okay, if my balls itch, I'm gonna itch them. Okay. Whereas a man might not be like, yo, I'm not gonna itch my balls, because she might think that's weird. She might say,
I say leave her. You can't itch your balls.
Like my ear is bothering me. I'm gonna pick my ear. And in front of him, she might not do it.
Like some chicks don't like to eat in front of guys.
Yes, okay. But you will swallow a dick like a golf ball in front of me and look at me in my eyes. But if we're eating together, don't watch me when I'm eating.
I want a salad.
Yes, it's like that. So when she was sucking her thumb, that was when she was showing me her most vulnerable. I was like, yo, do you do this when I'm not around? And she stopped doing it. I was like, no, don't stop doing that. I don't think it's weird. I actually like it. I feel like I'm drawing closer to you. That's the irony.
Did she stop?
No, she kept
Oh,
going.
okay.
And then I said to her, you see, you got a little girl in you.
Mm.
And she was like,
No,
I don't believe you.
No, I don't.
She was like, I don't believe you. Like, type shit.
Wait, let me ask
She
you a
was a
question.
proud Dominican.
Let me ask you a question. I know you obviously this is in the BDM lifestyle that you lead, but you also engage with women who are not subs, like in the lifestyle. Do you do aftercare when you're with a vanilla woman?
Yeah.
You always do aftercare. It's just part of who you are.
Because I'm
Okay.
100%
Got
dominant.
you. Okay,
So
so it's
somebody
not
that I'm
just-
engaging with, even if I stated this in episode 37,
I just like to clear it up
yeah,
for the
somebody
folks.
who's not, in my mind, she is.
Right.
Like it's almost
yes,
like
I
this. It's
remember.
almost like this. It's almost like this. Okay, you were mine when I first said hello.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? In my mind, you're mine before you even
Right.
before you even accept.
Right, because you just wanted her. And now,
Yeah, it's
now
like the
she's yours.
dominant. The dominant is
Mhm.
24/7. So even if she's not sub, she is sub.
Mhm.
Like, because I'm not transitioning. I'm not vanilla.
Right, right.
So I'm thinking, yeah, she's not sub, but she's still here.
Right. And you're doing
She's not running.
everything.
She's not running away from me. She still
Right.
wants to engage with me. So I'm molding her to be sub.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I think she's
and that
subbing.
counts with everything that goes with it. So
Yeah,
you're gonna give
so
her everything that you give your women.
Yeah, nobody gets special treatment or whatever.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So now that was Subspace. Now Dom drop. Okay. Dom drop, I love to talk about Dom drop. Remember in season 1, I think it was episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
You saying, yeah, what?
Because I remember and I wanted to go more into it,
You know
and you're
what
like,
episode?
no.
Sexercise and food.
Okay.
Yeah, I said Dom drop.
Mhm.
Okay, Dom drop is something that every man has.
Even if they're not a dom.
Even if they're not a dom. I'm
Got
gonna
you.
dissect it.
Oh,
So
please do.
people, vanilla people,
Get your pen and papers out, man.
can understand. Men are more physical, women are more emotional.
Mhm.
Most men know how to love a woman only one way, physically.
Okay.
They don't know how to love them mentally, stroke their mind and stuff like that. They don't know how to love them emotionally. But physically, it's easy.
Okay.
That means that most men think with their dick more than their head. They see a girl that looks really, really good, visually attractive, could be club, whatever. I'm gonna have sex with her. Now, that visual attraction gets his loins going.
Got you.
The moment he has sex with her, that lust is gone.
Mm.
This is hold on before you ask me a question. This is the Dom drop.
Got you.
Now, once the lust is gone, he might feel guilty. He's gonna say, this bitch is probably a slut in his mind. This what I did, I feel disgusted.
So is it like just negative? Like energy or negative vibes?
No, it's not just negative. It's emotion also. He could be feeling drained.
Mm.
He could be feeling he doesn't want to engage with her again because he got the lust out.
Got you.
So this is what women, and I said this in that episode, Sexercise and Food. A smart sub or analytic thinker, or who has a dom that vocalizes this to her and teaches her, she is gonna do her best to keep his interest. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, just talking about me.
Okay.
One of my love languages is communication and connection. That means I might meet that girl for the first day. Let's say we smashed that day. We had an 8-hour straight conversation.
Okay.
And we were just like, oh my God. Maybe some wine was involved. We smashed. Now, if she is dumb, if she's not communicating with me, if we can't have an intellectual conversation after, I'm losing interest because I'm having dom drop. If she's not if she's not doing this stuff, massaging me
in the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
After sex.
That's what I'm saying. After sex, but in that moment.
Yes.
Gotcha.
If we're not, we can't have conversation back and forth. If she's not willing to cook for me, if she's not massaging me, like I'm going through to dom drop. You have to bring that back up. So now my interest is going because my lust is leaving. This is all men. My lust is leaving you. I'm not physically attracted to you anymore. So you gotta do shit to grab it. You gotta grab my interest again. My love languages are communication, connection, submission, catering, you massaging me, physical touch, and cooperation. So now when we are start let's say we haven't had sex for a week, she's going crazy, her period's about to come down, and you know before and after women get, you know what I'm saying,
Little cycle.
so she's being bratty, we're getting into an argument, I'm losing interest.
Got you.
You see, because that's not my love language.
Right.
Cooperation is.
Right.
So when she's behaving combatively, I'm losing interest. Now, after the sexual encounter, the lust is gone. Dom drop. My temperature drops. This is that. So I need water as well. I might need. I'm not gonna need
Probably
a blanket.
extra.
I'm not gonna need a blanket, but I might need something in my system like fruits or whatever. I might need like rub my shoulders.
Right.
Make me something to eat.
But let me
it's
ask you a
like-
question. The dom job, is it like you've heard when people say when you're horny and you put like a porn on, right? And then you do it and right after you release, you're like, oh God, what did I do? And you shut it off. Is it like the same kind of a feeling? I'm just trying to get so that
some
everybody
women are different. I mean,
No.
some women, some men are different. Their
But-
bodies work differently.
but around the same kind of thought process like that. Like you're in the moment, you're having sex, so you're connecting with her, but as soon as you have sex with her and you release, you're like, that dom drop is like, okay,
Oh,
what am I doing?
yes, because it's like
Wow.
you're disgusting to me now.
Oh my God.
I got
that's
my nut.
awful.
This is the truth.
Even if she's like drop dead gorgeous?
Even if you've been together for 5 years.
Really?
Yes.
Holy
Fucking 10
mama.
years. Men are horny at the time. They get it off and then they rock. Okay. You ever see lions
That
having
happens with girls
sex?
too.
You ever see lions having sex? What does he do
Little video.
after he busts his nut? She yells because there's a spike in his dick that always triggers something. This is all the Discovery Channel. That's how I know. You're looking at me like,
I'm
how the
gonna
fuck?
have to go on there.
You looking at me like, what the fuck? But this is how I know. It's a Discovery Channel.
Lord.
So he has a spike in his dick that when he orgasms, he kind of pinches her. That's why she roars.
Poor lioness.
So she might get her nut off, she might not, but he's getting his nut off, right? So after that, he goes about his way. I'm not saying he walks away from her,
Right.
but he's like, you know, dominant. He's looking out for the pride. He's watching. He's maybe ready to hunt. He's not paying attention to her. She's laid like she's dead. She's like lifeless now because she just got worked. You see what I'm saying? So his lust for her is over. He's disgusted now. She needs to try to do things, and this is now humans. She needs to try to do
about to say.
things. It could be even them, because the lioness do majority of the hunting.
Yeah.
You know, she's gonna have to do things to keep his interest. Once she keeps his interest, okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, because this happened to me. After the first round, when she was massaging me, when we were having conversation, and this and that, and the emotional came in, I got horny again, specifically for the conversation, because I'm a sapiosexual.
Huh.
So the moment she was massaging me and we were having intelligent conversation, I got horny again. Let's do round 2. See? This is for all men. Women need to take notes.
Yeah.
Women need to take notes, because it's like every man this happens with. That's why men can have more one night stands than women. Because the lust is gone. You ugly now. Now when a dude might be like, yo, look at her, she's bad. He looks at you like, you ain't bad. He might say, oh, I got that already. I don't care. Or he might keep it a secret. And just be like, if he's a gentleman, he's not gonna kiss and tell. He's gonna be like, yeah, she's average. What? Are you crazy? In his mind, it's like, I already got the pussy. Like, she's not attractive to me no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The lust is gone. Women, like if it's a smart sub, she's gonna do things to keep that interest again. So maybe she could get round 2. Maybe she could get another session.
Damn,
Because this is
had
part
something I
of
wanted
Dom
to ask
drop.
you and I fucking
This is
forgot.
part of Dom drop. You know what I'm saying? Aftercare is imperative for both parties.
I think it has something to do with keep
You
talking
know,
because it'll come back.
aftercare is essential for both parties, for the Dom and for the sub. But it might be differently. You know what I'm saying? It might be you know, she wants to be treated like a little girl at the time. Maybe she needs a stuffed animal. Maybe she needs the blanket. Maybe she needs um to be cuddled and words of affirmation like good girl and oh I like that. Like women like their ego stroke. You know what I'm saying? They got bigger egos than men. So when okay, I'm gonna give a perfect example. When you say a woman, oh, you got the best, you give me the best head, or you got the best pussy, that's a stroke to her ego. Like she now thinks she the shit. She might create a meme and post it. Make my own money, good pussy, and because niggas is gassing her head up.
Sister,
You
that's
see what I'm
true.
saying? Like that could be a word. That could be words of affirmation for some
Their
women.
love language?
Yeah,
Definitely mine. Well, we spoke about that, didn't we? Speak about it?
yeah. So that could be a love language for a woman. You know what I'm saying? So like yeah, aftercare is imperative for both parties. More so the submissive because she's on the
do aftercare for the submissive.
she's more on the receiving end. You know what I'm saying? Like the only aftercares I would love for me is I like to communicate. I even like to communicate during sex, like dirty talk. So I like to communicate after. Give me a massage. These things are non-negotiable. Like these are in my rules.
What do you like to hear on I know okay, let me rephrase this. You said you like to talk dirty, right? Do you like and you're sapiosexual and you like conversation. So you like when they talk dirty back to you. What do you like to hear? Like what do you or is that you don't want to talk about? Ladies, get the pen and paper.
All right, so
now is the time to
okay,
write things down.
so here's the thing. I don't like oh, all right. This is perfect. In like outside of the bedroom,
Okay.
I might say to her, "Okay, we're having a vanilla conversation right now.
Okay.
Like, I have a thing to talk. I have a thing to talk about. Like, I'll ask her, yo, I got a topic to talk about a podcast.
Okay.
So, what is your perspective on it? That means I want her to go against me. That means I want her
Her
to,
input.
yeah.
Right.
But there are certain things I will tell her. No, your job is not to question me. Your job is to advise me. Your
Okay.
job is to support me. Like you do what I say.
Okay.
And in the bedroom, it's that. In the bedroom, I don't want conversation. In the bedroom, I want you like that shit? Yes, daddy. Oh, that shit is good. That shit is gripping me good or whatever it is. Like I'm pulling your hair right now. I don't want, oh yeah, daddy, grab my hair.
Right. You don't want somebody telling you what to do.
Not just that. I don't want conversation.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, you like that shit? Oh yeah, I do, daddy. And you know, I like when you do this. And you know, can you do this? And oh my god, I'm gonna no.
Do you like when they ask you questions?
Yes, daddy. Don't question me. Don't ask me questions and tell me when you're gonna come.
Oh, so just answer.
And you can moan however you want. If you're a screamer, if you're whatever. But I don't want conversation in that atmosphere. I'm dominating you 100%. You're not dominating me. I could have you tied up and I'm just having my way with you. I'm fucking you hard or whatever. I'm and you tied up.
That's
or whatever.
interesting.
She's never riding me, and if she is on top, her hands are tied. Or I'm dominating her 100% physically
All the time.
and psychologically because I'm talking and emotionally. I'm dominating her physically, emotionally, psychologically. So when I say you like that shit, yes, daddy, that's all I want to hear. Yeah, and you can moan. If I say, yo, I'm pulling your hair right now. Oh my God, you getting so wet. I'm about to nut. You nut yet? You nutting? Let me know. I want no, hold it. Or she's saying, oh, let me come right now. I might say to her, let me know when you coming and ask me permission. oh, can I come? Can I come? Or I'm coming right now. This is not conversation.
Right.
She's following orders.
Got you. Okay.
I really hate it when she's telling me what to do. And I stated this
I
in loyalty
really
and
hate it.
trust, but I didn't elaborate. Pull my hair, choke me harder. Like, don't grab my hand to
Ev-
make you choke harder. That's
Ah.
gonna make me tie your hands up. You know what I'm saying? If
Ah.
I'm giving you freedom, appreciate that. Cause I might not tie her up all the way and have my women. Sometimes I like to switch it up because I'm strong. So I might just pin her hands with my hands
Okay.
above her head and then
And then go.
penetrate. Or in doggy, you know, put your hand behind like I'm arresting her.
Both hands?
Yeah. Or it could be one hand.
That just seems so.
You know what I'm saying? Her side of her face might be pressed against the mattress, but her hands are behind her back, and I'm gripping her wrist while I'm penetrating, not her waist.
Okay.
So I have her under bondage. I don't always do rope. I
Right.
switch it
You're
up.
holding her with your own.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So in that moment, it's like I'm dominating you 100%. I don't want conversation. I don't want back talk. I don't want none of this. A woman I had in the past, and this was the past, like 5-6 years ago. She was a Scorpio, and she liked to do that, and I would have to cover her mouth
Oh,
because
maybe she liked that.
it was annoying me. And after I told her, you know why I covered your mouth? She said, I don't know what you did, but it turned me on even more. I said, well, I'm going to tell you.
I was about to say
why.
she might have liked that.
I said, I'm going to tell you why, because don't do this. Don't start as, oh, choke me harder. Oh, you like that? She tried to choke me.
Oh my goodness.
I was on top and I let her hands free. And I just said, keep your hands there.
Where? Like
keep your hands above your head.
Oh, okay.
Don't move them. She just got in the spur of the moment. And you know when oxytocin and dopamine are dripping, you forget what you are. You forget your fucking name. A woman, you could be asking a woman whatever in that circumstance, and she'll say, okay.
Right.
I said it in Sexercise and Food. Let's walk to China.
Yeah.
Yes, daddy.
Let's get
You know
back
what
to
I'm
her
saying?
choking you.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
she'll agree to anything.
Right.
So now she doesn't remember that I said,
keep your
hands up. Or it could be the Scorpio. I don't like to be told what to do.
Okay.
Because they crave control subconsciously.
Oh, she was a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
So now she's trying to choke me and I'm pushing her hands away. And now I pin her hands up with both. So this is what I did. I had both her hands like this.
Okay.
Crossed. You know, her wrist to her other wrist. And then my big hands
were over.
Like
a knot.
Yes. Both of her hands. And then I was thrusting because she was doing that. So I had to show you, yo, I already told you not to do it. Now, disciplinary action. Now I have to show you I mean business. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm going to go with that she enjoyed that, though.
Yeah, she did. But the point is, she was talking back.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I don't, like, it's a turn off. And I articulated, yo, do you know why I held your mouth? No, I don't know, but do it again. Like, it was a turn off. It made me wetter. But I said, this is why I did it. Because I don't like if I'm the driver, don't tell me to choke you harder. Don't tell me to pull your hair. Don't tell me to spank you. Like, no. So that's like her subconsciously telling you how to dominate her. Right. That is the most unattractive thing. I saw memes, spank me, pull my hair. I'm like, guys really like this? Because I don't. Well, everybody has different love languages, right?
I also think that is guys who are, don't know how to get that out of a woman. So when they see that, they're like, oh, we found one. We found one that likes it. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But,
a lot of men do.
I think they wait for the woman to say something so they could be like, oh, I got my foot in the door. Now I'm going to do it all the way.
Yeah. Not just that. It's a stroke to a man's ego to have a woman submit to him. Oh. But you're right about that. It might be a lot of men might not be shit talkers in bed.
Right.
A lot of women might not be as well. So they might soft moan.
Right.
They might.
And in their mind, they're like, God, I wish she would do this, or I wish he would do this, but they don't say it.
Yeah, they don't say it. They just this is what a lot of men do, right?
Wait, can I just ask you a question about the girl?
Yeah.
Did she, after you spoke to her, don't do that, I don't like when you tell me what to do, did she learn from that?
Yes.
Okay, did you ever cover her mouth again? Not even to please her, like to make, her happy?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
I've done the gag ball thing once.
Oh, okay.
to somebody else though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, like I talked about in BDSM 102, all my toys, I make sure
Mhm.
they're clean, sanitized. I'm big on hygiene. So with the guys, damn, I'm trying to remember with the guys.
This happened to me. My bad.
Guys.
About talking. Some men don't like to talk. They don't like to, or people in general, they don't like to verbalize how they like sex.
Yeah, good. Men, this is what men do. 99.9 of them. I'm that 0.1%. Men have sex with women with how they had sex with the last and the last and the last.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take time to learn. You see what I'm saying? This is like, oh, this is how it worked with her.
I think it's women too
This is
that do that.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know a lot of women who fuck men because they cannot.
No, I'm
Technically
talking about
speaking,
how
dick
they
goes inside
receive
pussy.
or how they are with one man. They just keep
Oh,
on like
okay,
the same
okay.
way.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Mr. Technical over here.
So I believe that men do that. Me, I'm like in that 0.1% where I look at it like, okay, I had a squirter, I might not have a squirter, and it's not gonna bruise my ego.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Yeah,
you
everybody's
understand?
different, right?
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person, and I stated this when I was even in the R&R show. August 4th, 2016, when they brought me and Ethel on, the female dominatrix,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like the battle of the sexes thing. I said this. I study her. I study her to a T. I want to know what makes her tick. This is how I'm going to be able to dominate her efficiently. So I'm learning everything. I'm picking her apart. I'm dissecting her. So even if she doesn't tell me what she likes in the beginning, while we're having sex, I'm learning. Attentive and observant. I'm learning. So I'm watching, I'm listening to breathing patterns. I'm paying attention to heart rate. I'm paying attention to body temperature. I'm paying attention to how she's moaning. I'm paying attention to if she's flinching. I'm paying attention if she's gripping me like a vice grip. This what separates me from a lot of men, because most men, when they go into sex, they thinking selfishly. Me, I'm thinking, yo, I wanted to bust a few times before I get my first. And I'm going to eat it first before I penetrate. When men are more thinking penetration. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, no, I want foreplay. This is my love language. And you know what I'm saying? Kissing, all this shit for me.
So you going down on a woman is for you?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Especially if she's Brazilian wax. Oh man, I'll eat that shit from the back. I'll fucking put a pudding on top of it, spoon. Yo, don't let me get into it, man. Don't let me get into it.
I'm begging you not to.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't.
So I'm big on like foreplay and shit like that. Whereas other men may just be like rip clothes all, boom, boom, boom. I don't care if she's wet, I'm sticking it in. You see the difference? You see what I'm saying? So like with men, they're thinking selfishly. So it's like they're not gonna go into the fact where, oh, you know, I'm gonna care about any of these things. You know, how she's articulating or whatever it is. He's still getting pussy.
Do you, when you're talking like in the courting stages, like the talking stages with a woman, whether she's gonna be your submissive or not, do you ask her like questions about what she likes during sex or anything like that, or you just want to, you are a hands-on type of guy?
Are you fucking kidding me?
You rather learn.
Are you fucking kidding me with this
Because
question?
you like conversation. You like to know about
Yeah,
your
but
prospects.
are you fucking kidding me with this question? Like, how many BDSM episodes we had?
I'm doing it for the newcomers. You keep forgetting that we have a camera on us.
All right. Okay. So I have a inside of the bedroom list, a outside of the bedroom list, and my rules. My rules are non-negotiable. I'm okay. For example, one of the things on my rules that's non-negotiable is cigarette smoking.
Yes,
I don't care if she smokes cannabis because I smoke weed all the time.
But I'm not talking about that.
But no, I'm getting into your question.
Oh, okay.
That's non-negotiable. Cleavage, whether it's on social media in public, non-negotiable. Do not display cleavage. There's more, but that's just an example. Now I have an outside of the bedroom list. Outside of the bedroom list might say following orders. Are you okay with that? Yes, no, maybe. The maybe is I want to try it. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It might be bedtimes. It might be name change because I give them nicknames.
Okay.
That's special for the both of us. That nickname. Only I call you that. I don't call everybody else that. It might be bedtime. You understand? Now, these are negotiable.
Okay.
You don't want a bedtime, you're responsible? Fine.
Okay.
You don't want to follow orders? Fine, but just know that this is part of my love language. It's gonna hurt us. You know, we might not last. You choosing of clothing, you're responsible. Throw that out the window. See how I'm negotiating? Inside of the bedroom list, same thing. I go off what I like. See, I make a list. I say choose. I don't say what do you like. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? This is the negotiation process. So inside of the bedroom, it might be butt plugs. She says hard limit, no way. Cool. It's a soft limit for me. If you said yes, it's a bonus. If you say no, I don't give a fuck. Let's throw it out the window. Negotiation, right? Now it's
Do you keep those? Like in a file or something? Like do you keep or of the ones of the subs that you are engaged with? Do you ever like refer back to it or anything like that?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Wow,
Yeah.
that's
I
interesting.
keep it because like my memory is great, but
Just in case.
not that here. So now, something else might be okay. Perfect example, and I said this in a prior show: the choking, hand around the throat at the brink of asphyxiation. She remember I told you I had a woman that
Was in an abusive relationship.
yes. So I said we're not throwing that out the window because that turns me on. Let's work on it. Maybe I won't engage for a few sessions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's work on it. Okay, let's work on it. Help me get comfortable. Cool. I'm gonna help you get comfortable. You see?
That's good.
You see the negotiation? I don't say what do you like. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm the man. I wear the pants. I have the dick.
So it's a list of what you
It's
like
a
that
list of
she's
what
good with.
I like that she's good with.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Some
See, I didn't know.
some other men are like, "Oh, are you a freak?" I don't give
tell
a
me how
listen.
you like it.
I don't care if that's a nun and a pussy is colder than fucking winter season. I don't care. I don't care if she's like, "Oh, I'm not a freak." Well, guess what? Women shape their character based off the man's lifestyle, based off his character, based off how he is. So yeah, you're not a freak now, but you with a freak. So guess what? You're gonna eventually adapt and you're gonna be a freak. That's like a woman saying she's not great with a big dick. That's fine. Everything takes getting used to. Maybe the first couple times it's a little hard to get in. But once you get lubricated, you adapt to my size. Now it's everything you want. Now you won't even deal with small guys. You see, this is the woman getting used to you. This woman getting used to shit. So I don't give a fuck what a woman says she's not gonna do from the beginning. I'm just okay, whatever. You don't even know me yet. Get to know me. Find out I'm a sapiosexual. I'm intelligent. Have you even seen my tattoos? We haven't even had sex. We haven't even you haven't even touched my lips yet. You know what I'm saying? There's different things that make women submit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, your kisses are amazing. I didn't even think you had it in you. Most men are not about foreplay. You see what I'm saying? There's different things that make a woman submit. So it doesn't matter. What she's saying in the beginning is irrelevant. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about how the man is leading. So
it always comes back down to that.
Me, it's like, I don't care if you're telling me what you will do or what you won't do. Do not try to impress me with your sexual resume. When you come with me, and I stated this in I think for season 1, when you approach me and you come into my world, it's like Jeff said it in 35. people shouldn't ask for what they can't afford.
Mhm.
The neuralizer,
The Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Mhm.
It's like have a neuralizer, and now you have amnesia.
Wipe everything clean.
Wipe everything clean because I'm gonna show you a new world. I'm gonna show you a new way. I'm gonna show you a different man. I'm gonna show you a different dominant. I'm gonna show you a different lifestyle. I'm gonna show you a different form
Everything.
of pleasure.
Mm.
So even if you telling me I will never be submissive, guess what, baby? You ain't never met a man like me.
Oh,
Because this
shoot.
king right here is gonna change your thoughts, your mind, your physicality, your physique, your emotions, your energy, everything, your lifestyle, probably the way you speak.
Mm.
I'm gonna change you without having to coerce you. You're gonna change willingly.
Mm.
See what I'm saying?
Mm.
Women adapt with the men that they're associated with.
Yep.
You know, this is psychology, this is science, this is biology, this is history, this is facts. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So me, it's like I don't care
That's good.
because I'm always driving the car.
Mm. Is it like when they start talking like that? Do you like roll your eyes? Are you like, oh God, another one?
I don't say, "Oh God, another
No,
one."
not out loud, obviously, but to yourself. Is it something like
You see how I'm laid back right now?
that's just how you
I'm
are?
reclined on the sofa.
Mm.
This type of body language is like my energy with that.
Okay.
Like how do I look right now? Like I'm unfazed?
Yes.
Yes. I am an immovable object meeting that irresistible force. These dominant combative women are wind and I'm that big ass rock. You're trying to push me and I'm not moving. Guess what? Eventually you're going to yield. You're going to submit. And you're going to say, if I want to be with this man, he's consistent, he does all this thing, I will try it.
Yeah.
Just, I don't want my girlfriends to know about it because they're going to think I'm a bitch. I'm a punk. Because all my girlfriends are feminists.
Mm.
They're on some equal shit. Don't let a man, tell you what to do and shit. Girl, why are you cooking for him? He should be cooking for you. You know what I'm saying?
Cooking?
This is their mentality.
That's terrible.
This is
Everybody
their
gotta eat.
this is their mentality. I'm just throwing hypotheticals.
Mhm.
This is their mentality. So she might say, let me be rah 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 publicly, but in my household, I'm very submissive. I ask about his opinion. I'm this way. I'm throwing hypotheticals.
No, I know, but would you be okay with that? With a no, of course not, right?
No, I'm not gonna be okay with a woman out there bashing men and
Well, maybe not bashing, but
and just trying to talk about like, oh yeah, it needs to be equal. Like, girl, you gonna be on your knees when he walks into the door. He should be on his knees too. I'm not gonna be cool with a woman saying that. Because especially if I'm putting out there that she belongs to me.
Right.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it also looks like me. I'm living two lives. It's a lot about me looking in the mirror of, yo, how are you this way, but you're letting her get away? My late grandmother would come to me in my dreams and smack me upside my head and say, I pushed this out of you as a young boy. You're tolerating this? You see what I'm saying?
Tough.
It's going beyond what people think and public embarrassment. It's about when I look in the mirror. It's about my ancestors. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it's not even that. It's a bigger picture. So for me, it's like I'm not gonna be cool with a woman doing that.
I remember what I was gonna say. We were going back to the topic of aftercare, and you said a little bit earlier that once the guy is done and he's having dom job and she's having subspace or whatever, I feel like in this day and age, not even in this day and age, I just feel like because there is that lack of communication, that everybody is just after the act. Everybody, you've seen that meme. You help each other get undressed, but when it's all over, you're dressing yourself. It's like
Moral of the story means once you fucked, nobody's gonna help you.
Exactly. Well, that
Yeah.
Right, and I think that women don't know about And I know it's dom drop, but you're saying all men go through it. I feel like they don't know about that. And so why are you laughing?
Because I hold the men more accountable than the women.
Oh.
I hold the women accountable,
right.
but I hold the men more accountable. Because guess what? Guess what I'm going to say?
Men lead.
Yes. It doesn't matter if she's shy.
No, it's not about being shy. It's just about not knowing that.
It's not just that. It's about being shy also. She might say,
I feel like if a girl tries to like, massage a guy that very first
yeah,
time.
it's about being shy.
But he might be like, she's scared that he's going to be like, no, I don't want anything
yes,
serious.
it's about being shy. Let me explain you what shy is.
Okay.
Let me explain you what shy is. The woman also not articulating, not just the act, but not articulating. This is what shy is. Shy is second guessing, right? Do you believe that that's what shy is?
No.
You don't?
Not
okay, then
shy.
these are just my opinions. Shy is second guessing, overthinking. Shy is lack of ambition. Shy is introverted.
Introverted.
Yeah, this is all synonymous with shy. So when the woman, after they both came, let's say she doesn't come, he just comes, but she's very, very submissive. She wants to do all these things. That's her being shy. Now she's second guessing. I want to, but if I do, will he pull away? Will he be angry? Will it be backlash? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I dated a shy girl who I made into a sub. I had to vocalize a lot of stuff. And she was like, damn, I was thinking of that. I didn't know how to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
This is the man being the man.
Yeah.
We had a session and it's like, yo, massage me. This is what I like. Oh man, I really love to do this. I'm so glad you said it because I was second guessing. I kind of didn't know and I wanted to, but because you're so dominant and I'm still learning you, I didn't know if you're going to give me backlash. Because I don't know dominant men. Like a lot of them are kind of like aggressive,
standoffish, yeah.
and egomaniac. So I didn't know if you were going to yell at me or, you know what I'm saying?
Or what? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the perfect example. So in that moment, I don't care how strong she is, she's in her most vulnerable space. She could be the most dominant woman in the world, makes 8 figures a year. You get her naked, she's physically vulnerable. You're doing all these things, and she comes, now she's extra vulnerable. The shy girl's gonna come out. And now she may not want to do things. She may, are you hungry? Would you like me to cook something? And in the beginning, she was like, I ain't cooking for those niggas. Now she's kind of second guessing. Damn, she probably don't even remember she said that. Now she's probably thinking, do you want something to eat? Now she's kind of second guessing it, but then she's still being dominant. Oh, do you want something to eat? A shy girl might be like, he wants something to eat. Let me not say it. Let me wait until he says it. A dominant woman might be, you want something to eat? I'll kick you something. Oh, word? And I'm only speaking this way because I've experienced all of this.
Like an array of it.
An array of this. I'm not going to say like I fucked 50 girls,
right.
But you know what I'm saying? I was lucky enough to have a Latina, a white, a black, a hood chick, an aggressive, a dominant woman, a dominatrix, a ex-mistress, somebody who makes
that's a whole other topic.
Somebody who makes $1 million a year. I was able to have all these women and they were all submissive. Maybe half of them weren't in the beginning, but what was the end result? You see what I'm saying? That's why when I talk about different women, I have experience.
You sure do.
You see what I'm saying? And I feel like if you could get the most cold-hearted, gangster, aggressive, dominant woman submissive, you could get any woman to be submissive. This is what it starts with. It's not a stroke to a man's ego. Well, yeah, that's part of it too. But it's not a conquest.
It's not.
No, it's not.
I think to regular men, it's a conquest.
Yeah, regular men, it's a conquest. But
maybe not in BDSM.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It is to a man's ego, one, and it tells you about the man's character and how strong he is by how he conquers her. The stronger the woman is, and you can make
Tame
her,
her.
tame her, but only for you,
Yeah.
that means you are, like, if I said king, that would be an understatement.
Yeah. You have a magical touch.
Exactly. I said this in BDSM 101,
Mhm.
episode 12, season 1. I said
Amazing.
it's great that in the film 50 Shades, he got the shy girl. That's fucking easy.
Yeah,
This
to say
fucking
that.
white guy gets the shy girl, but put that white guy in a position where he meets that combative black woman.
Mhm.
Put that white guy in a position where he meets the combative Latina from the hood. Can he still do the same thing? If he cannot, he's not a real dominant.
And without his money.
Yes.
Mhm.
So when you can do this shit, it's like, it's also like, okay, I know I can tame the young the virgin or the shy girl.
Mhm.
She doesn't make decisions for her own anyways. But the one who is opinionated
Mm.
and who makes decisions on her own and who's like this, if you make her submissive, that is a testament of your strength as a man
Mm.
and your character.
I believe that totally.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the only reason for me is like, I gravitate more to stronger girls than the opposite is because when I get in my relationships, I'm thinking of conglomerate. I'm
You
thinking
always
of
thought like
I'm
that?
thinking of business. I'm thinking of when I cannot do the shit at home, she can take care of it. When I can't go on this business trip, she might be able to do it. When I can't move in ways on the chessboard because I'm the king, she can because she's the queen.
You always thought like this?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. More now because I have a business,
right.
and I have a brand.
Mhm.
So it's like any woman that gets with a businessman, she gotta adapt to be a businesswoman.
Yep.
She can't be lazy.
No,
Or
because
he's
that's
gonna,
yeah, you got to match that ambition.
yeah.
Or if not match the ambition, at least match the mindset.
Yeah, it's like if Jay-Z got with Beyonce and Beyonce was regular, she didn't have a business. She was just on some 9 to 5 shit, but he was having his own business and stuff like that. He might. I'm not saying he will because men don't want to be equal to women.
Mm.
But it's like he's going to be like, "Yo, I'm busy all the time. How are you begging for my attention?"
Yeah.
You gonna invest in my business so we can have more time together? Now he's adapting her into being the businesswoman.
Right. He's showing her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. I love these topics.
That's what it comes.
BDSM.
That's what it comes down to. So, you have any final thoughts?
No, but
Yeah.
I think
So
actually I do have a final thought. This aftercare that is incorporated in the BDSM lifestyle, which a lot of regular or vanilla people think so critically of. I mean, you've stated so many times how you feel like it is one of the purest, deepest forms of a bond that people can have.
yeah,
And clearly, if they have things like aftercare in that lifestyle, people outside of that lifestyle, the vanilla people, should not look down upon it, and they should actually incorporate some of this. Like aftercare, I think would be
people
wonderful if people just do it on a regular basis.
people don't
That was my final thought.
people there's still some who are still oblivious about it or whatever, but majority of people don't look at BDSM as negative connotation anymore.
Well, if they do,
I'm
I'm saying.
I'm changing the
Yeah,
narrative.
definitely.
It's not just me. There's other people out there, like
Mhm.
a handful of them. We're changing the narrative.
Yeah.
So it's like people perceive something in a negative way because they don't understand
They
it.
don't know
They
it.
don't know enough education. You
Yep.
break it down, then it's kind of like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm doing this with my man already.
Mhm.
I just didn't even know there was a term for it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So this shit is not weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Or when you explain it, they're like, "Oh, I didn't see it that way."
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they might be engaged in this, whereas
Or some form of it.
yeah, because a lot of men, like I was stating in the beginning of this, most men know how to love a woman physically.
Mm.
So the aftercare takes a lot of a man diving into his feminine energy,
Mm.
being more emotional,
Mhm.
being more catering and that daddy. that daddy figure and the cuddling aspect. Like if after sex a woman is like, can you cuddle me?
Mhm.
And he's just like, no,
Yeah.
or he doesn't converse, he's kind of like socially he's emotionally unavailable.
Mm.
It's like she kind of has to deal with that. But for him, it's like it's foreign to him because he's not diving into that feminine energy. He's not familiar with that. He's not comfortable with that.
Right, but is he not diving into it and not familiar with it because of his upbringing?
No,
Nothing to do with
no,
that.
that has nothing to do with that.
Interesting.
Because I could tell you right now, my upbringing wasn't that great.
Okay.
You know,
But
what I'm
you've
saying?
always been like that though, the aftercare part. I mean, or you learned it.
No, I learned it.
Yeah.
I
I think that has to do obviously.
as I grew older, I loved it.
Oh, okay, got you.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I was 19. I was talking to this girl. Now we were flirting back and forth, talking about sex and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
She came at my house at 11:30 at night.
Mhm.
And I started kissing on her because I'm an initiator. I
Okay.
don't wait for women to do. No, I'm gonna grab you if I want. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm an initiator. Now I'm having I'm kissing her neck and doing this. Now I'm unbuttoning her
Pants.
her button from her pants. I'm pulling her. I'm like inches pulling her pants down. She stops me midway. Oh, can we just cuddle? I'm like, cuddle? Yo, it's 11:30 at. I'm 19 years old. It's 11:30 at night. You want to cuddle? You want to come here to play patty cake? It's 11:30 at night. You could have came in the afternoon and said it's 11:30 at night. You know this shit gonna go down. You coming to my house this late? You talking about you want to cuddle patty cake and shit like that? I said, get the fuck out of my house.
Oh my
Verbatim. I said it just like
God.
that. Get the fuck out of my house. Oh, but you drove me here. Okay, no problem. I'll call you a taxi. At the time, they didn't have Uber.
Oh
They
my
just had the yellow
goodness.
taxis or white
Right,
taxis.
whatever you
So
have on.
so I called a taxi. I say, "Oh, your taxi is here." She tried to like argue order. I took her purse and I was like, "Yo, I'm throwing this out." She took her purse and she left. Me, I thought it was over. 2 days later, she's calling me because I said, I don't want to talk to you anymore. This is what you're going to do. This is not just
Oh my.
a bash to my ego. It's like, you playing games with me.
Playing games.
Don't. So now, 2 days later, she calls me. I miss you. I want to see you. I said, why? So we could play patty cake again and do this shit? No. She said, no, it's gonna be different. Now, I said this in the prior show. A lot
Yeah.
of women don't like to say, hey, I want to see you today. Can you put your big dick in my mouth? Can we have sex? They don't want to seem like they don't want to.
Horse.
Yes, so they will say code words like a girl in the past used to say, "Can we chill?
Mhm.
Can you know what I'm saying? Code words."
Do guys like that though?
I
When
don't
when a
know.
girl
What can only speak for me.
So do you like that if she would have
I
said
don't
that?
mind it
Oh,
because
really?
you know why?
But isn't that being
Let,
forward though?
listen, if a woman said I would like your big dick in my mouth because I had it, let's do it. Cool. If she says I want to chill, cool. You know why? Why?
Because you know what I mean.
No. It's because when I get with her, even if she thinks it's about chilling, I'm gonna get it.
Ah, okay.
See, I'm not 19 anymore, where I was caring about your feelings and oh, you want to cuddle right now. No. You coming over the crib, I'm horny right now. Take them off. Because I wasn't in BDSM then.
I don't think you were kind of mean back then. It sounds like
Yeah.
it.
I wasn't in BDSM then. Now I
Oh.
am.
So now you're nicer.
No, now I'm more. Back then, it was like I cared about her feelings. I made her get out of my house. If the BDSM guy was back then at 19 years old, where she said, "Oh, I just want to cuddle right now," I would have said, "You have one or two options. You can either get the fuck out of here, or we can have sex. Which one you gonna choose?" But back then, I was more like,
You could get the fuck out of here.
yeah, because I cared about her feelings in a way.
By kicking her out? You see how I'm having a hard time
Yeah,
with that?
it's weird, but
it's a little bit weird.
But think about it this way. and it's kind of me ironically being selfish, because she's getting pleasure too, but it's like, I don't care that you want to cuddle today. We're gonna have sex right now, and we're gonna cuddle after.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? Back then, it was more like when she told me, "Oh, I just want to cuddle right now." Get the fuck out. It's like this. I'm perfect example.
Were you a cuddler back then?
A woman tell me no. A woman telling me no is not gonna make me stop. Okay, let me be specific. Let me be specific.
Please do.
My submissive. And I'm gonna elaborate. My submissive telling me no is not gonna make me stop, because she has a safe word.
Yes. Okay, good.
And I stated this in BDSM 104.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no just means go harder. When you say like pineapples or Band-Aid or bubbles or whatever the safe word is, and it's something that is you don't normally say, giraffe, kangaroo, whatever the safe word is, that means stop or slow down. See, I'm deaf to anything else. You see what I'm saying? Back then, she said she didn't want to cuddle. I mean, she wanted to cuddle. She wasn't thinking of sex. Get the fuck out of my house. Now, if a sub is like, "Oh, I just want to cuddle," no, we'll cuddle after. Come and get this dick. Come and get this work. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's different. I'm in a different lifestyle as well, a different mindset, everything. I'm see how I'm proving that I'm still dominant, but I was kind of still simping
back then when you were
19?
A little bit. I don't see where you were simping, but I can see the dominant part.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Aftercare is essential, and I've grown to love it.
You didn't love it?
Because I was never in a real relationship until I was with the Boricua for 4 years. So now I started realizing what love was. And I started liking holding hands, and I started the affection and stuff like that. But before that, I didn't really have a real girlfriend.
Is she the one who showed you what aftercare was? Maybe not in the BDSM sense of it, but showing you that after you guys were together, would she massage you and show you what that's about?
And I fell in love with that. And out of that, it was like, I'm a loyal individual. So if you treat me good, I'm gonna treat you great. You make me dinner, I'm gonna do something extravagant. I don't know. You massage me, I'm gonna do something. If you help me out in something, I might, and you're my sub, I'm gonna give you some good dick. I might give you 3 rounds. Like, I'm giving rewards differently because I'm basing it off what you're giving me.
Right. On the person that
That's why the women that are combative, they don't get shit. It's like, go fucking sit at the kiddie table. You don't eat today. Have you ever seen Paid in Full?
Yes.
Cameron Rico? Yes. No.
That was just on.
You don't
They've
get
had that on recently. Yeah,
it's like that. Like, I punish you when you're combative and you're being aggressive and you're displaying this masculine energy. I punish you. So I give rewards based off what you're providing me, what you're giving me. That's how I work. So now it's like, when you're massaging me, it's like I'm gonna cuddle you. Like, it could be after first round, I cuddle you. I'm talking, I'm stroking your hair. You're massaging me. Now I'm giving you more. I'm giving you what you're giving me.
Got you. Well, that makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the final thoughts are just aftercare is essential. And the reason aftercare is essential is because it's going to make your bond even stronger. And that's the goal for BDSM. That's the goal for Dom and Sub, Master Slave, Sadist, Masochist. Now, Sadist and Masochist depends. It depends. Sometimes they can have love between the two. Sometimes they can have the emotional and physical aftercare and psychological. Sometimes they don't. Majority of the time, they don't. If they are a strictly masochist and sadist dynamic, it might just be, you spank me till I'm red. I enjoy it. We go about our day. It might not even be penetration, dick inside pussy.
Wow.
Yeah. It might be humiliation. He's humiliating her. You fucking piece of trash. You whore, while they're fucking. That turns her on. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
I would love
Bitch,
to have one of them
bitch,
on or both on the show.
bitch, whore, piece of trash, slut, whatever. Those are terms of endearment for a masochist. Okay, you see how Poppy is a daddy is a term of endearment for me. Those are a term of endearment for her because that's the manipulation, that's the humiliation part.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? But for a regular person like you, Vanilla, and stuff like that, they're gonna look at it like, oh my God, he's calling her a piece of trash. Oh my God, he's calling her a slut. He's disrespecting her. He's verbally abusing her.
Mm.
He's psychologically abusing her. No, that's their dynamic.
It's so interesting.
That's their dynamic. She's an emotional masochist as well as a physical one, as well as a psychological one. So when he's fucking her rough, because that's that physical masochist, and he's saying, you like this dick, bitch? Yes, I love it, daddy, and it's making her wetter. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about when it comes to this.
There's so much. I would love to
So
have
the aftercare might not be
masochist.
present for the sadist masochist. It might.
I always want to say pessimist.
Now, daddy dom, baby girl, daddy little, you know, these things are essential for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dominant, submissive. Now, a dominant and submissive might not live a life like that. Also, some of them might have TPE, which is an acronym for total power exchange. Some may address each other as sub, dom. They may not have nicknames. You understand what I'm saying? Some may not have a connection. You know what I mean? But like the true dom and sub, that's 24/7. That's probably a part-time thing. The true dom and sub 24/7, they have the connection. Because if you have the connection, the sex is better. If you have the trust, the sex is better. When you have the whether it's the foreplay, words of affirmation, the aftercare, the connection, when you go out in public, it's comfortable. The affection, holding the hands. All this shit is better. You treat her good, she's gonna treat you great. You understand? So now, when you treat her good outside of the bedroom, she treats you great inside. Also,
that makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just learning each other. But this is the cornerstone to the lifestyle. You know, this is essential. Everybody talks about pushing up against the wall, tying her up, the masochist part. Fuck me rough, spank me. I love my bite my ass. I love looking at that mark in the mirror the next day before I take a shower. It's a turn off. She might take a picture. Look what you did. It's a turn off. Oh, I had a difficult turn on. Yeah, I had a difficult time sitting down today. Ooh, but I love it. It's a turn on. You see what I'm saying? But they talk about all this, but they don't talk about the aftercare.
No.
That's
why I was so intrigued by it too.
Yeah, the aftercare is your it's like your
therapy,
beverage
kind of.
to your main course meal.
Oh, okay.
It's your
You have a really good way of explaining things.
It's your comforter to your bed. It's your remote to your TV. It's your engine to your car. It's your fucking clothes for you. It's your fucking dessert to the main course.
Alrighty.
It's like without these things, those things are unsustainable.
Yes.
Those things don't start. Those things don't open.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So when you have more aftercare, it's all about also if you're trying to build. Like when I get in my relationship, I'm trying to build. Like, yo, I could have 2 subs right now. If I meet a third one, I don't have a time frame. Some doms might be like, oh, this is a contract for 3 months. I just need you for 6 months. This is going into another topic.
Right.
But I'm saying in my mind that this is gonna be forever. This is my mentality until you fuck up and do something immorally wrong, betray me, whatever, and I'm just dismissing you. Or you're just constantly doing shit and you're not learning, and it's a waste of time. You're draining me of my energy. Bye. But going into it, I'm always thinking of long term. You see what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking, if it's long term, I'm trying to build. So I want to incorporate these things. Some doms might get into it where they don't think it's long term, where they think it's short term, where they're like, why am I going to give her aftercare?
Oh, okay.
It's like you're trying to get into that job and you know you only need the job for the summer.
Right. So you're not going to put your all into that.
You're not going to show up on time. Before you leave, you're not giving your 2 weeks. You're going to tell them you give you 2 weeks, but you're not going to show up the next day. You understand? It's like that.
So what's your final thoughts on this?
Yeah, those are my final thoughts.
Oh, that was your final thought?
It's aftercare is essential because if you want to build other things, have great sex, a great mental connection, a great chemistry, intimacy, this is the cornerstone to the lifestyle. This is the core to building all those other things. Because if a woman doesn't have trust, it's going to be very hard for you to dominate her well in the bedroom.
Or anywhere else.
She might give you her body still, but now she might not come because she doesn't trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She might not even give you the pussy anymore because she doesn't trust you and respect you.
That's true.
So this is synonymous with aftercare. That when you have aftercare, it's synonymous with connection. And if you
it makes sense.
If you care to build with your submissive and your dominant, you know me, you want to incorporate aftercare. A lot of submissives don't. There's a few of them out there who are very extremely educated, but there are a plethora of them who are uneducated. They're just learning they're just learning from the dom they're with.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Right.
So
they might not be learning the all of it.
Yeah, right. and the dominant might be so egotistical that they think they know everything, where they're not willing to learn anymore.
Oh, that's terrible.
You understand? So yeah, so it's very difficult, man, to find this dynamic, individually and together. But aftercare is the main thing. It's essential, and I would urge people that live this life to incorporate more aftercare, because then other things come up.
I would encourage everybody to incorporate some form of it. Take something from it, because
this
sounds amazing.
This goes back to the dom drop and the lust for a man being gone after he has sex. You know, and the women might want more. And it's crazy. It's a cat chasing a pussy. It's a dog chasing a pussycat. The dog's chasing the pussycat, and the moment the pussycat surrenders and the dog captures her, he gets his rocks off, and then now he's going the other way, and the pussycat now wants more. This is the same thing with men and women. Men are not really dogs, but you know, it's like that. Women are the pussycat, men are the dogs, and when they chase them, it's like
I think
that.
it's what's the word I'm looking for? It could switch.
No, I think men are more cats and women are more dogs. Dogs, I believe, are more loyal. They're more of like that. They may not be that ferocious aggressor, but they'll stand in the corner and bark. Whereas the cat kind of just moves with however he wants, or she wants. You know what I'm saying? So they got it flip flop.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. Peace.